Hi guys, welcome back. I am Kristin and I'm going to be leading you through this cool down flow today. We're focusing mainly on opening up the IT bands and the hip flexors. There's no need for props, just you and your mat. So let's go get started.
All right, guys, so let's cool this all the way down. We're going to actually start seated today. So I would come probably closer to the middle of your mat. You want a little bit of space behind you and a little bit of space in front of you. So we'll start by coming into what most of us call a reverse tabletop. You want to take your feet about hip distance apart. Your heels will be pretty close to your booty, and then your hands will come behind your hips. I like hands facing forward, so like fingertips towards me, but you can kind of play around with this guy and see how it feels best for your wrists. On your inhale, you're going to lift your hips up towards the sky, coming into that reverse tabletop. On your exhale, drop your head back behind you, stick out your tongue, and a big lion's breath. Ha! Good, and then lower your seat back down to the ground. And let's try that 2 more times. On your inhale, lift up your hips, drop your head behind you. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Ha! Good, drop your hips back down to the ground. 1 more time like that. So on your inhale, press down through heels and hands. Lift your hips up, feeling your glutes and hamstrings. Drop your head behind you, stick your tongue out, and ha! Good, and then slowly lower your hips back down to the ground. We'll take just a very quick windshield wipering of our knees right to left to get rid of any weirdness that happened in the lower back. So this time, we're going to press up into that reverse tabletop, and you have the option to hold up here with your hips up, your knees bent, or if you want even more, this is quite a challenge for core, not only your abs, but also the entire backside of your body. We can move into a reverse plank by stepping your feet forward, straightening your legs all the way. Yeah, keep that engagement here. So lift up your hips, lift up your booty. Very good. Lift up your chest. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 1 more. Breathing in for 2. Breathing out 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly lower your hips all the way back down. Let's do a windshield wiper 1 more time. So rebend the knees if you straighten them. Find your windshield wiper, dropping your knees from side to side. Nice. And then come back to center. Keep the knees bent, reach the arms out in front of you, and a little bit of core work on the way down. So draw your navel back towards your spine. Think a slight tuck under of your tailbone, and then rounding your spine, take about 5 counts to come all the way down onto your back. Let's lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're down on 1. Nice job. Once you get there, we'll start with an easy figure 4. So right foot's going to stay on the ground. You'll take your left ankle and cross it on top of your right thigh. From here, nice gentle glute stretch. You can take your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Just gently press that knee away from you. That will help to increase the stretch here for the glutes. If you want even more, you can thread your arms through to the underside of your right thigh and pull the right thigh in as you press the left knee away. Good. We'll take about a few more breaths here. So 2, inhale for 1, 2. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 more like that. Inhaling 1, 2, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So if the right foot is off of the ground, you'll replace that right foot on the mat so that you're in a figure 4, but just supported by the earth. This next stretch, most people feel very intensely in their hip flexors and their IT bands. So, being as gentle with yourself as you can, use your left ankle to start to drag your right knee towards the left, towards the ground. Good. Eventually, that entire inside of your right leg is going to find its way to the mat. And then you'll have to wiggle or heel toe your right foot back towards the right. So this will in turn slide your knee back. Eventually your knee is going to stack in line with your hip. Yeah, so it'll just be like one vertical line there. There will be a spot that you get to that feels very intense for the IT band, very intense for the hip flexor, and that's the spot you want to live in. Good. So it's important to keep active flexion in both of our feet here, especially because we're doing one internal rotation, but there's a pretty severe bend in the knees going on in your internal rotation. So just to protect that kneecap, make sure we flex both of our feet nice and strong. Good. We'll do 2 more breaths here. Inhaling for 1, 2. And exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 1 more. Inhaling for 1, 2. And exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So very gently unhook your left foot. Good. Come back to center. Awesome. And we're going to try that on the other side. So starting with both feet on the ground, hips distance apart, it's right ankle on top of your left thigh. And then for some bodies, this is already going to feel like a lot of a stretch. Let it be a big stretch. Take your right hand to the inside of your right thigh and press the knee gently open. If you need even more here, like you don't feel a lot of sensation, I'll encourage you to thread your arms through to the underside of your left thigh. Pull the left thigh in closer to your chest as you again encourage the right knee to move away from your body. Good, let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 more inhale for 1, 2. And breathe out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So if your left foot left the mat, let's gently replace it down onto the ground. But we do want to keep the figure 4 shape in our legs. Arms can come out to T or goalpost. We're finding that kind of IT band hip flexor twist. So use your right foot to drag your left knee over towards the right so that eventually the entire inside of your left leg comes down on the ground. Once you've made contact, start to heel toe your left foot back towards your left. This is going to bring your left knee in line with your hip. Yeah, nice. And that's going to create one straight line down from basically your left shoulder down to your left knee. There's going to be a point that you find where all of the sensation is happening in that left hip area, and that's the space that we're going to live in. So notice that, yes, there is a lot of sensation, and sometimes our mind decides that sensation is not good. It elicits what we call the stress response or sympathetic nervous system hyperarousal. And what we're doing with the breath is giving ourselves a way to calm down that hyperarousal. So let's try our uneven, or I call it our metered breath. Breathing in for 2, 1, 2. And breathing out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do 1 more like that. Breathing in for 1, 2. And breathing out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. It's a gentle release from this shape. So unhook your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Hug your right knee or left knee into your chest, and then hands on top of your knees. Start to trace some circles, open and close. So the knees will go away from each other and then back to center. Good. Take those circles in the opposite direction, open and close. And then the next time the knees are open, we'll find our way into happy baby. So you can stay holding on to your knees. That's a great way to modify the shape. If you're looking for a more intense inner thigh and groin opener, you can hold on to your ankles, your feet. You might take yogi toe lock. You might even stretch one leg and the other or both legs. Do a little rock side to side. Good. Eventually, you'll hug your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a really nice squeeze. Take a big breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, let it go. Extend your legs nice and long. Extend your arms nice and long by your sides, hands by your hips. And we'll settle into our most comfortable Shavasana. If stillness is hard for you, I'll encourage you to come back to your metered breathing. So that's breathing in for 2. And breathing out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We use the breath here as a way to cope with the rising anxiety levels that often occur when we stop doing and stop distracting ourselves and give ourselves time, this moment, to really connect to what's going on, our feelings, our inner worlds. Let's take just 2 more metered breaths like that. So inhaling for 1, 2, breathing out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. 1 more, breathing in, 1, 2, and breathing out, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Start to gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Hug your knees up and into your chest. Easily roll on over to one side and then use your hands to press yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll seal our time today with 1 deep breath. So as the eyes fall gently shut, bring your hands together at prayer at the center of your chest. Take a big breath in through your nose. Big breath out. Float your prayer hands up to the space in between your eyebrows. It's your third eye or the seat of your intuition. With gratitude for this practice and for each other, namaste.
Nice job today. I hope you guys are feeling rested and restored. Hip flexors are feeling a little bit more open. IT bands got a good stretch. Remember, if you like this video, subscribe and I'll get more out to you soon. Have a great day.